What's going on? It's Dev coming at y'all again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Today we're doing a little bit of something different. Got a lot going on with the trade deadline last week. Figured it'd be a good opportunity to bring y'all some new content. Doing with Matt and on the other playlist that I got going out, that little series for the Atlanta Falcons. Figured it'd probably be a good time to give y'all something with NBA 2K, now that everything is just kind of like settled and whatever trades got rescinded. Trades were finalized, they got finalized too. Right now, thinking about just doing a little my NBA eras, and I want to expand this to do something different than just the present day. We're gonna do a classic one too, but for now, we just started this present day one. Something to just kind of like take place as if we're going to do a full season almost for, if the trade deadline was at the beginning of the season or in the off season it took place. We're going to kind of go from there, import some draft classes, have some fun. Right now, I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, but I'm going to do this from the perspective of, one of the other teams that I feel like is going to be a little bit more fun, to start off with. And we're going to kind of structure around what we need our team to do based off of that. Right now, I think the Mavs is going to be a fun team. A lot of people are going to want to play with, LeBron and everything like that, Luka, but I'm not doing it based off of that. I'm going to do it based on the Mavs because I feel like Kyrie and AD, we can kind of build on something there. We're going to go from there, see what y'all want to see. We're going to start this off in the modern era. I'd love to see what they're going to, pull from this for next year. With everything that 2K has done probably in the last couple of years, to kind of like bring in the incorporation of everything else, along the lines of just, how we got, like classic rosters and stuff like that we can incorporate inside of the our mock careers. Not our mock careers, but our my NBAs, for people that still do like the GMOs and everything like that too. Honestly, right now, I think it's not a lot that they can do to further what they got going on to make the mode better. Honestly, I feel like it's just been a lot of strides to make it better with like dividing up the eras and letting us start from back then and importing the draft classes. They started on that with the previous gen to be able to import the draft classes and make it better. I feel like, the draft classes that's almost like to the T of what we can expect in real life or what happened. I feel like that's something that they started on last gen. I feel like it was an improvement based on us being able to download other rosters from the community and kind of go from there. But it's something that I'm willing to say, it's a big step forward from what they built on from last gen to come to now, to be able to take those rosters and do a lot more with them now. And you structuring whole game modes around them and like actually following the timeline of what happened back then around that era, what changed from year to year. That's a lot of information to be compiling in one video game. I feel like, like back then, like we had to rely on, like I said, the community rosters, and then we're just, stopping there. And we had incomplete people at that point anyway. Not saying that the rosters ain't all the way complete now, but it's like you probably got like 95% of rosters completed, honestly, for real. And the people that don't make it into the game, they're only not into the game because they choose not to be in the game. I really feel like, people like Charles Barkley, you could probably say, at one point it was like Weber, all them other people, at a certain point that wasn't in the game. Eventually they got into the game and then they took them out and everything like that. It's like a constant struggle, but I mean, obviously they want to they want to get paid and compensated for what they feel like the franchise, is worth with their input and their contribution to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like the 2K franchise makes a lot of money throughout the year. VC, all the other stuff that they do. So I feel like, with this, it makes sense that like they get into these debates back and forth on what they feel like they should be getting paid. That's a big factor into like, they blood, sweat, and tears of what they gave to the game. And they feel like, why not get compensated for it, right? If I put on all that work, averaging 20 and 10, averaging 25 and 10 MVP, whatever I am. Now, if you're just a bench player, I mean, I don't know, bro. Just take the check, bro. Just take it, bro. And just, you know what I'm saying? Take your recognition, bro. You was a role player. But like star players, yeah, I get it. Like I understand like why they feel how they feel. Um, with this franchise, like I said, we want to start off with, something just along the lines of just, like rebuilding the Mavs, so to speak. Really, they don't really need a rebuild, but that's what we're starting off. I'm gonna see what we can do here. I really don't do a lot of the adjusting and stuff like that, like price changes, and whatnot. Um, I really, don't really know as far as like what we can do, and price changes and stuff and user control budgets. I really don't do that. Budgeting is something I do some of that stuff in my off the internet type stuff, looking at that type of stuff. But I'm like, I don't want to really make this feel like work. We want to keep the FIBA World Tournament on. NBA Cup still going to be on because this is obviously present day. We're going to go to the next screen. Sorry. Advance from here. Obviously, take a look at the roster, see what we got going on. We obviously got AD. He's out 1 to 2 weeks, strain growing. We're starting off with the news that happened with his debut. What y'all think about his debut, man? Because I feel like, AD really came out showing some promise, and then all of a sudden, poof, that's done. Derek Lively's out still. We got some people that we probably want to move off this team, honestly, man. I'm just being honest with y'all. I can't really see a lot of these people staying because we're trying to build a team around these two right here. And then we might be able to keep Gafford. I don't like how Lively moves. He's more of a slower big. Gafford's more faster, I feel like. But, we'll see. So let's select the Mavs. Go ahead from here. All right, so major changes happening this year. FIBA tournament being added in 2024. NBA Cup was added previously. All-Star game no longer fixed score in 2023. Okay. We see that. We're going to create and edit the draft class. Actually, we're not even going to create. I'm sorry. Oof. Actually, without saving. Load and download the draft class. What are we doing? With this one, we're going to do whatever's the top one, honestly. This boy is just up here a few times. Jack Move 916. He got a lot of downloads, but we look at the updates too. We got 89 updates. See what other one? Okay, 2000. No. See, one thing I do like to do is I like to come back and actually. Oh, how many updates was that? 126. Okay, 2005 draft. Okay, I like to come back and usually the first season. We're not gonna give him no farewell tour, bro, because we just don't even know if he's gonna retire now that he got Luka. But the first season, I usually like to inject the franchise with like a fictional, like just draft class to kind of like get some more talent there and then play out from there. But since we got got the young boy from Duke coming in, you know what I'm saying? We got prospect scouting. We got Cooper Flag, you know what I'm saying? Dylan Harper's in his draft, Ace Bailey. We got some guards. We got we got some guards, you know what I'm saying, in this draft. We want to see more from at the next level, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I would say if we're looking at our roster, I might just move Kyrie Irving to the 1 and try to get rid of one of these people because I don't see him staying here, even though it's on a friendly contract. I want to keep Hardy here. Max Christie, he could stay for now. I honestly feel like Najee Marshall's probably going to go. Klay Thompson, we might try to replace him eventually. You know what I'm saying? He's 34 years old. He's not on a friendly contract, 3 years. And what he's getting paid, we can kind of disperse that into two people, you know what I'm saying, with the 15 mil and just get a shooter. As you can see, like for this year, our cap hit like negative 33. So 2026, our cap hit, we're going to be positive. We're going to be in the green by 42 million, almost 43 million. We got to keep in mind that like our people that we kind of trying to lock up, you know what I'm saying, is like a Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? Like he got his player option this year. My fault. Anthony Davis, my fault again. Anthony Davis, you know, we got him locked in for 4 years. But we know that 2026 year is an important year. So what help can we get him? How can we get that 42 million right there to probably be at like a 52 or a 55 to be able to bring in like the pieces that we need to put in around him and Kyrie? You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that when we sign back Kyrie, this is, you know what I'm saying, going to probably balloon maybe about like 5-6 million, maybe. We probably maybe have 49 million for him. But we also got to remember he's 34 at the end of his contract, 33 at the end of the player option, but 34 the following year to begin 26. So that's one thing we're looking forward to, but not really looking forward to because they're kind of old. So we got to kind of like win now, you know, in a sense. PJ Washington, he's on similar contract as Klay Thompson, you know what I'm saying, like around the same point. But Klay Thompson's 34. That's the problem. PJ Washington's 26. So honestly, we got Caleb Martin that came here. You know what I'm saying? Like they drafted. I mean, they traded for him, I believe, from Philly. He's not really a 4. He's a 3. So what we could do is, in light of everything, if you look at his attributes, you know what I'm saying? Like pretty good, solid 3-point shooter, above average. Not really much of a mid-range player, but drive and dunk is kind of like left to be desired too. Can get his layup off at the rim. Not really fast with the ball, not really a handler, so he's more of kind of a slasher, kind of sort of, so to speak. It's not great defensively, but he could be serviceable for now. 29 to get us like into that next point, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of him probably in 2 years maybe. But Klay is somebody we probably gonna have to like figure out at the end of this year like what we can do. So with that being said, right now, we're starting off. Anthony Davis, surprisingly, is healthy. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to add the untouchables. We're going to get over here, trade block. Our untouchables right now is Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. Trade and block, the people we add into that is, like I said, Lively is, like, he's pretty good, but, like, hands, like he's pretty good. Offensive consistency, interior defense, you know what I'm saying? But the speed, bro, like 50 speed, I need you to be faster, bro. Like you look at him, he ain't that far off. Close shot, 97 close shot still. Drive and dunk, left to be desired, but he's still up there, bro. Mid-range shot, when we look at that, we can kind of change between the players, but if we look at that, drawing fouls, no, shot IQ. His shot IQ is way better than Gafford, but we don't care. Like 20 to 26, I really don't care, bro. Offensive consistency, about the same. Interior defense is better. You know what I'm saying? He's also older, but look at that blocking, rebounding. They're damn near identical. And, you know, moving forward with everything that Gafford can do, this is the type of player I kind of want to play with. I want to play with Gafford at my center because Gafford is faster. He moves faster. You're not getting that much of a drop off between the other things that we were talking about between, you know, him and Lively, you know. Interior defense is a little bit better too. So it's like, you know, Gafford is somebody that, like, you know, he's not untouchable, but these are the 3 we kind of like building our future off of, like, so to speak, you know, like at least currently as it's constructed. Lively is kind of going to be trade bait in a way. Maybe we could possibly get somebody else at the 3 or the 4. I think that can like kind of like help us a little bit better. One thing I'm going to do is right now, we're gonna have to change Kyrie Irving to a point guard. Like we talked about. So Kyrie Irving's gonna go back to a point guard. His secondary position is gonna be shooting guard. We're gonna stay with that. We're gonna probably get rid of Spencer, like I said, and maybe Najee. Klay Thompson, like I said, bro, you've literally got a year, bro, because this contract is just really outrageous, bro. It's really outrageous. Just for his age, what he's going towards. I don't want to pay 15, 16, and then 17 million, bro. Not at 36 years old. We're not paying that. So we'll see what he can give us this year. Next year, we'll see what we can get for value for him if he has a good year this year. So I think first order of business, we changed Kyrie Irving's position to point guard. We've done our untouchables. We've previewed kind of sort of what direction we want to go into with the roster, what changes we're going to make, implement. Let's take a look at, our coaching game plan. We got a situation where I would say Spencer's not going to be starting at the point guard position. So let's reorder this, rebuild it, see what the computer gives us. Kyrie Irving's there at point guard. Okay, Max Christie. I like Max Christie, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a pretty solid player. Thompson's at the 3. I honestly think, okay, so they're the same. Why would it go there and not go to, why is it not going to Klay? Okay, so 6'5" and 6'5". They're both 6'5". It seems like Max Christie's a little bit taller though for some reason. That's weird. But still in all, we're gonna keep Max Christie at the 2. We're gonna have Klay Thompson at the 3. Lively, we're going to use him as trade bait to get something in return. So Lively's probably the first person that we're going to get rid of. Gafford's going to stay. PJ Washington is more than likely going to move into the fold. Anthony Davis, you could stay at the 4. But, PJ Washington's going to come off the bench still. All right, so another thing we wanted to do outside of the rotations, there's something that we can do kind of sort of, I believe, to change the philosophy, right? Can we change the philosophy to be like play through the star and stuff like that? Maybe that's on the other screen. Maybe I'm just not finding it. Okay, whatever. Let's go back to coaching. Okay, system proficiency. Maybe it's that. No, it's not that. But it seems like we get the most out of everybody that's going to be in a starting lineup outside of maybe Gafford, I guess. Let's see what Gafford looks like in this. What if Gafford is in post-centric? No. What about 7 seconds? We get a drop-off in Davis. Pace and space, no. He wants to play balanced, though. But Christie doesn't do well unbalanced. Gafford goes down in balance. Anthony Davis gets a little drop-off, too. It's going to have to be perimeter-centric. So actually, let's see first and foremost what we can get for Gafford. Not for Gafford, for Lively. Let's see what we can get for Lively right now. Hopefully, we can get a few first-rounders, something just really, really good. I'm hoping. I don't really like these because we really don't want a center back. This is tempting. I like Ty Jerome. This is possibly a replacement for Klay Thompson. If we're looking just at somebody that's a 3/2, another wing that can shoot. 85-80. This actually doesn't seem bad. Not a defensive player by far. And right now, what's the name is not a defensive player either, to be honest with you. When we're looking at Klay Klay Thompson. So if we look at that, I mean, obviously a little drop off in the shooting too. And I think the other one's like Strus is in like mid 80s. Klay Thompson's obviously a sniper. But if we look at defense, perimeter defense, okay, 80 perimeter defense. And we look at perimeter defense for Strus, that perimeter defense is a 57. Clearly a really big drop off. But as he gets older, his defense is kind of going to dwindle anyway, man. We don't want Pritchard because we kind of got Jalen Hardy and we want to figure out what happens with that. This would be an attractive offer if we were trying to get like a different type of center that was faster and we didn't have Gafford already. And they want Klay Thompson. They're clearly on some type of new drug because we're not giving them up yet. Next year, brothers, next year, not this year. We want to keep our eyes on him to see how he progresses too because he could be interesting for us going forward. I want to really see if we can get Nikola on our team. You know, offensive consistency is a 90. That's why I'm like, bro, he's a really good offensive player. I feel like if we can develop him, it's not like great defensively at all. He's like subpar. Literally, defensive consistency is 40. But it's not bad. Like, it's help defense. Like, we can get it higher than that. Get him to be underneath Anthony Davis as like a mentor type or mentee type of situation and get his interior defense better. But offensively, bro, he could be good, you know. So that's somebody we probably want to like just pay attention to. He's a bum. What you'll learn is how I feel about Grant Williams is in this series. Like, he's clearly a bum. I don't like Grant Williams at all. We don't want Mitchell Robinson, even though they're throwing in the first rounder that's top 10 protected. Wizards are clearly going to be a top 10 pick, so that pick is never coming to us. Dalton Connect. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Once again, we're not going to get a perimeter defender back. I feel like that can shoot. So we're going to have to like curb our expectations with that. But attractive contract, $3 million. They're going to force us to take Gabe Vincent, and we don't really want that. If we look at this right here, $2.5 million to 15, and they're taking Dwight Powell off our hands too, which he's aging too as well. So we take and give them two attractive contracts, kind of sort of. Well, they're gonna have to resign him, but two attractive kind of sort of contracts, if opposed for one not bad one, but I mean a mid-level contract, and then this one, which is a rookie deal, damn near. And that was for where are you? And you got 11 and 3, so 15 and some change, and 2 and some change, and this one's 11 and 3. So Connect might be better, but I feel like we can get two young players with that. Ty Jerome, not bad, but we like Ty Jerome and what's the name? And I'm a Cavs fan in real life, so it's like I like Ty Jerome. I like Max Strus too. I really like Strus though. I feel like though because it fits for what we're trying to like stay with, but we don't inherit a defender clearly. I hate that we got to give up a pick to get this one because Jalen Durant is like, you know, he's a good player. I feel like too. Jacob Pertl. I just learned how to pronounce his man name this year. This is crazy. I was like Patel or Poltel. I ain't know how to say his name, but Jacob Pertl. It's crazy. They're trying to give us two centers. I think not. Good sir. I think not. DiVincenzo. I would take this. He not even a point guard for me, man. He more of a 2. But he's just undersized a little bit. But I would take this if we didn't have Klay currently, and I would try to figure out how to make this work because if we're looking at just his shooting attributes, he's pretty good. And then we're looking at his perimeter defense. He's closest thing right now, you know, and he's just a foot. He's actually an inch underneath of whatever Klay Thompson is. and he's still quick. You know, DiVincenzo is like, doesn't have a lot of potential, but he's still quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's 27 though. He's on an $11 million contract currently per year. So it's like it goes up to 12 before he gets to 30. So we can kind of get a lot out of that. We get a second rounder from the Timberwolves. Who knows? This could become something we might want to do. But I just feel like we can't turn down that. Can't turn down this trade right here. I feel like from Cleveland, because they're taking this other guy off of us too, this other 5. But you know what? If we get rid of, we don't have another small forward and we don't have a backup point guard. You know what? Let's just do this one. Let's do this one. Illegal trade. Add the exception. Let's take the trade. Let's go to our roster. Look at what we got. Let's change DiVincenzo to a shooting guard who can play point guard. Let's make sure his sneakers, though, are the right color, though. Okay, I'm assuming they're going to be the right color. All right, so DiVincenzo and Christie are going to fight for minutes. He's not going to be in a situation where he has to start anyway right away, but he's second-year player. He's a 77, not bad. He has no badges, but he has 13 badges. So the one thing we do want to do is we want to get rid of Najee Marshall too. It's another person that's going to go. Caleb Martin's going to be kind of our wing person, but he's going to get some minutes off the bench, like, you know. But we want to kind of clear the deck a little bit. We want to kind of get some. We want to get some picks, man. Seriously. So Dinwiddie, let's say Dinwiddie and Marshall can go. All right, Martin we keep. So let's see what we can get for Dinwiddie and Marshall together. Get rid of like $10 million in cap. Oubre, Yabusele. Okay. No, who's going to give us picks, though? Who is going to give us picks? No picks. Wow. All right, let's try to go looking for picks then. So let's just say, like, with our team, we have a first rounder this year. We got the Jazz second rounder. Next year we got the Mavericks. We got our pick, and then we have Lakers 2029 pick, and then we got a 2028. Okay, so let's just say we kind of want to be in top 10. Who's going to be in top 10, we feel like? The Thunder have the Heat, the Clippers, the Jazz, and the Sixers. Sixers could be in top 10, and that's top 5 protected. On a video game, I don't think that Joel Embiid is injured, so yeah, he's not injured right now. So let's say Sixers are not going to be top 10 by record, but Trailblazers are going to be top 10. Let me see. Can't be traded. Involved in the previous trade. Whatever. Let's see. Bulls are going to be up there. Let's see what they want. They want Gafford? Smoking wet? Not doing that. Is that for Zach Collins? No. And you want a pick swap? So you want this to be a pick swap, and you want our 2029 pick? I don't think so. Celtics are clearly going to be up there. Makes no sense. First, Kings is top 10 protected, but they could be like 11 or 12, honestly. We could take that gamble. They want Clay, or they want Exum and Martin. Clay in our first rounder in 2029. PJ Washington. Nah, not worth it. Where did we leave off at? The Heat, I think we were at. Oh no, we were at Hawks. Lottery protected. We don't want that at all. So that's like a top 15 pick, I believe, or top 14 pick. Hornets are definitely going to be top 10, but this is probably like a way more valuable pick for them. So clearly they're going to want, yep. They'll give us Nurkic, which Nurkic is older, though. We don't want him. No, it's not going to work. Jazz have Cavs, swap best with Timberwolves. That's involved in a pick. So we can't do that. Wizards are going to be that top 10 protected, though. Doesn't even make any sense. What about the Magic pick? Who do the Magic want? PJ Washington, they went our 2029 pick, and they give us Isaac. Dinwiddie in 2029 pick. Dinwiddie for Harris. Najee Marshall in the second round pick and Harris. I'm actually willing to do this one. We can get rid of Marshall, clear that. We can get Harrison. We actually save a little bit of money. He's older, though. Marshall is 4 years younger. How many badges does Marshall have? 4 badges. Physical finisher, high flying denier, paint prodigy, strong handle. We look at Harris, he has 4. We got Deadeye, off-ball pest, slippery off-ball, Deadeye, set top specialist. Work ethic. What about this guy? Espresso, keep it real, work ethic. Yeah, bro, we can kind of get ready. We don't care if he's in a mentorship program. He's out of here. Let me see something. What is it going to be to get Jovic from the Heat? What do y'all want from him for right now? What do y'all see? Spencer in the 2029 pick, and y'all give us Kevin Love too. Exum. PJ Washington. This may be something I could explore in the off season. Gafford, no. Dinwiddie. All right, so I want to say this is kind of sort of where we're going to say, all right, this is good enough. So for now, we're just going to kind of rock out with this. We brought in Harris. We got DiVincenzo. We turned those trades out. Got what we needed to get. Klay Thompson's going to be our 3. We got Gafford at the 5. Anthony Davis. Clearly our focal points is going to be Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Daniel Gafford. Those are untouchables. Let's redo the starting lineup and see where we're at now. DiVincenzo at the 2. Klay Thompson at the 3. Anthony Davis, Gafford. Our bench is looking like PJ Washington, Spencer Dinwiddie, Max Christie, Caleb Martin. He's getting some time. We do probably want to take away some time from Caleb Martin, though, to give Gary Harris a fair share or a fair shake. Move him up. 9 minutes and 6 minutes here. Max Christie, you can earn some more minutes, bro. Oh, hell no. Spencer Dinwiddie, bro, you're not getting 23 minutes a game. Move Max Christie up. There we go right there. Identified the problem. We're going to put you at 10 minutes, Dinwiddie. We want to keep Irving kind of sort of in the game a lot more. So, with Irving being in the game a lot more, we barely going to want to play him anyway. So, let's give Hardy some minutes, actually. Move him up with him. Move him down. Give him one more minute than Dinwiddie, because Dinwiddie, you a veteran, but we're getting rid of you clearly. So I think I'm satisfied with that starting lineup. As far as for training and player mentorship, I don't care that he's the mentor. For him, there's nobody else really mentoring anybody. I honestly don't even want him to be the mentor. And I might change this. Might change this mentor to be DiVincenzo. Yeah. Might change it to be DiVincenzo. We don't need break starter, but I probably want on-ball menace. Probably want glove. And I want set shot specialist, man. That's the three we probably want. And we're going to have him mentor him. He has one bronze badge, and it's not even really nothing. So, yeah, we're going to set him as the mentor. Let me see. Individual training. Outside scoring, okay. We satisfied with that. Inside scoring, okay. Playmaking, Kyrie Irving, offensive. I feel like he could be a better playmaker, though. What's his passing? Okay, 3-point shot, mid-range shot, pass accuracy, ball handling. Okay, speed with the ball. Perimeter defense is below average. Stealing is we could say skill training focus, point guard, and we can say two-way point guard. Let's do that. Kyrie Irving's a little bit older, though, to be kind of expecting him to do anything different, but we can say two-way point guard to kind of get him better at being a defender and also being a point guard, because he's more so in a point guard role now. Let's see. Obviously, we ran it up on a transaction report. That's us. So the two big trades we did Lively for DiVincenzo and a second rounder from the Jazz. And then we got Gary Harris in the first rounder from the Magic for Najee Marshall, and a second rounder from the Jazz that we got from this trade. So we turned the second rounder into a first round pick. We turned Lively into DiVincenzo. So we kind of got a player with less overall or less skill rating, I guess. And then we can go. We went from there. So with this, how we gonna do this is we're gonna do a lot of key games. I feel like a lot of the games that are TV games, we'll play those. So this is kind of a longer episode, so to speak, because of what we were doing changes wise, getting used to who the team is going to be, and everything like that. And we had to do felt like we already did our untouchables. Maybe I didn't finalize it. I thought we did it though. Yeah, maybe we didn't set it, I guess. I don't know. Trading block. Dinwiddie's on the trading block. Target list. We're going to set that Jovic. And somebody else who I want to look at. Let's see what they do with Ty Jerome. So these two people, we gonna kind of see like how they can fit like in our offense. We don't know really about Ty Jerome, but Jalen Hardy, we're gonna see what he do, kind of serve as a backup point guard. But our untouchables are these two so far. I don't really care about the team status. Can we see power rankings right now? Wow. We are GM power rankings. We moved up 25th. Okay. All right. So we got that kind of like set. All right. So we're going to end this one here. This episode was kind of like just the inaugural episode for the MAVS franchise. What I wanted to do. Next episode, we're going to kick it off with getting our first, kind of key game out the way, which is really we're going to play a lot of the TV games. But I feel like, like we want to play the first game, which is against Wembanyama. Sorry. De'Aaron Fox is on his team. Remember that. So that's going to be a key game, I feel like, to play, see how we match up against them. And then we'll play the Phoenix game. We try to get both of them out the way. All right. First episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. All right. I'm out.